Welcome to the Chompmobile. It's the Bite Attack, which is the last item that is not labelled Kazum Power Mission in this series. So this is the last toy range item we'll do before we move on to the start of, well, these. But we'll get to that later. This item in question is the Bite Attack. This is Doc Vroom's vehicle. Doc Vroom is in there, isn't it? Apparently, according to the show, spoilers if you haven't seen that this far into the show yet, but just spoilers anyway. Apparently, Doc Vroom is supposed to be one of 3 legendary Superthings. We know already that one of them is Doc Vroom. We know that another is Lancelord, but Lancelord hasn't got a toy release for Kazum Power yet. He did have a toy release back in Series Evolution for Turbo Warrior Power. And the third legendary Super Thing will be completely new. We don't know who that is yet. There's like a little silhouette in one of the episodes, and the silhouette looks like a pair of scales. So I assume that's going to be just like a kind of special Super Thing. But we don't know yet if Lancelot is getting a toy release for this Kazum Power series, and we don't yet know if this new scale Super Thing is also getting a toy release. But I imagine they will be. Also note how Lancelot appears, and Morgus Laser, his rival, is nowhere to be found. And I don't know why. Maybe they try to go with like a more like old-timey knight aesthetic and not the high-tech I'm going to call it Super Warrior approach, whether the original Lancelot and Morgus Laser, because the idea was, oh, he's a knight, but he drives this massive car that's also a robot. They were trying to go with like a Power Rangers aesthetic, I think. Anyway, this is the Kazum Power Bite Attack. You can see here, there's some artwork on the bottom. And now, before I show the box off, I'm just going to point out that I did already take the ties off this thing. Now, that's very lucky I did that, actually, because it turns out I had a much harder time cutting these ties off this particular thing. So, if I kept the ties on and did them now, that would make this video a bit more longer, I think. So I've done that for your convenience sake. Hooray! Which means we can just take this out of the box like that. Well, I'll just quickly shove the box and get Doc Vroom out quickly. But yeah, here's there's nothing on the bottom. There's just this stuff on this side, which is not that important if you think about it. Content, one exclusive Doc Vroom, and one Bite Attack. Doc Vroom's in here, I'll get him out in a second. Capture. Drive the vehicle and devour your enemies. Compatible with kids and Super Things. Again, we'll get on to that because I happen to have all 6 Kazum kids right next to me. I plan to store them in this. And I think it will be big enough to hold all the Kazum kids and their exclusive Super Things. In fact, I'll try that later in this video. According to this, you're supposed to use Robotoxics. It's supposed to scoop Robotoxics up. That's what it does in the show. However, it does also... This graphic here demonstrates that it's also meant to be used for regular villains. So which is it, Magic Box? Robotoxics or regular villains, or a mixture of both? So far it's only sucked up Robotoxics, but we'll see. And escape. Press the button to eject the jail. There we go, inserting a classic Super Things play feature there by having a jail they can escape from. What I think is very interesting though is note how the button has got Doc Vroom's face on it. Doc Vroom's face is on the button, so does that mean he's letting them escape or something? I don't know. I don't think this particular feature has been shown off in the show yet. Although, the fact that this thing appears in the show to begin with implies that this is also a thing and will appear in the future. In case you're wondering how I opened it, this just drops down like that. There's like a space at the bottom. And here's where the ties were coming out. So that's interesting. Just got to put these panels through there to do the box back up. It's not It's not easy with one hand. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but we can get there. Okay, that's done. Now I'm gonna get Doc Vroom out, and I think I'll do this on camera because I've got the bite attack on my laps currently. So, in case you're wondering how I've been getting these out, I've just been brute forcing it just a bit by pulling at the plastic part, brute forcing it, you know, just a bit, not that much. And eventually I'll do it because there's like some little, yeah, there's like a plastic tab in there. See, you can't really see because it's translucent, but you know there's like a little plastic flappy tab stuck in one of these holes, and I think there's another one again at both sides. But if we pull on it, it should come out. There we go. You can see here, Doc Vroom is just kept inside this. Another example, the final example I think, of the little plastic casing molded like the included Superthing. Interesting. Okay, so you go to the side, you lot. You go on the mountain of cardboard I've got in this storage box next to me. As you can see, I haven't taken this cardboard insert out because I just thought I'd show it on camera. That's the one thing I can show on camera because it's so easy to do from what I've been able to manage. So here is Doc Vroom. He is a mechanic, I think. The object he is resembling, it looks like his own helmet design, which I guess is okay. He's got the arms that most that the glow in the dark Superthings from Evolution have. In fact, I'll show an example in just a minute because I think I can do that. Hang on. Oh, hang on. There's a checkers. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. He's got a spanner. His little box. The goggles he's got metallic blue, and the arms are the arms on metallic silver. I think they are, you know. You can take the arms away and it looks less cool, admittedly. But yeah, I did the arms probably to look cool. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I mean by multiple arms. You see here, this is oh god, what's this guy's name? Wait a minute, I'm forgetting myself. Oh yeah. This guy here is Boiling Max. He has got similar arms on his back, similar to how Dr. Volt's got his claws. So, additional pair of arms. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way, we can show off the bite attack. Ooh, get you. So, there's a space up here that Dr. Vroom can sit in just very quickly, so I don't have to put him on this desk and risk him falling down the back of here. Essentially, it's a gigantic vehicle with a gigantic set of teeth. Bit weird. The idea is, can I just use an example, Superthing here? I'm just going to set a hollow balloon there. The idea is that when you move it forward, actually, oh, hello. We'll get onto that. That's a feature I think that isn't very good about this. The mouth opens and closes. Well, kind of, sort of. It's not really doing a very good job of it, but the top jaw does move up and down. Like this. It's supposed to move forward and back when you move it along, but it's not really doing that. And the idea is, you're supposed to set the Superthing right here. Let's just do that quickly. And it goes over the Superthing and it, ooh, scoops them up. Right, where did it go? Well, of course you know where it went because you had to look at the back of the box. The idea is, of course, that this works similarly to the monster roller trucks from Series 4, you know, the hero one and the villain one. Which when you can't really see it because of this, but we'll get to that. The idea is that when you roll over a Superthing, it gets sucked up through these little grates, I think. These like rubber grates here. They are rubber, trust me, trust us. The idea is it gets sucked up through here, and it gets held in this back part here. And then when you push the blue button that again has Doc Vroom's face on it, when you push this button, this whole back part gets launched out. Quite violently, I might add. And the idea is the captured Superthing will be in there. You can take him out. or you could just let it out through the door on the back like this. There's a door on the back there. What I think is interesting though is that this whole cage thing, hang on, this cage has got wheels on the bottom. So the idea is when you release it, it slides across your table. And this is what the Bite Attack looks like without the cage. It's essentially just a load of hollow plastic. If you look, you could just about see the locking function here. So the idea is when you push, the Superthings logos. See, hang on, the Superthings logo's on the top of here. See that? On there. So I guess the idea is when you push the little cage in, this little switch gets pushed back like that. And then when you push the button that's directly above it, peeling, it will bounce back into position. Is that a clever idea? Well, it would be a clever idea, but only for one like very small problem. So I'll show you that in now. To reload this, you just slide this into the back. Literally just slide it in, and then you just push it in like that. Now notice how it's locked in. Even though that this is locked in still, you can still pull this out. Which makes me think they should have used a better locking function. Especially when you realise the only locking part of this is this little nodule up here. There's no like little spring function, because you can have it like this and launch it out like that, as you can tell by that noise. So what do I think? They should have done a better job with this whole function than just left it as it was. So they could have done that. Of course, we have a little handle here that Kazoo kids kind of latch onto. Let's say use a Kazoo power here as an example. There we go. It surprised me how there's no like foot base. There's no like place for them to put their feet like on the rescue truck, because if you look, there's little holes for the well, just about, you can just about see, but there's little holes for the actual accessory. So that makes me think they wanted to put, I don't know. Why no little holes? Oh, and there's like there's a handle on the other side as well. Oh, look at that. So, and also notice how there's no like villains peeking out on this back part here. That's because this is the side you normally see in the box. Okay, so now we're going to take the insert inside this out. I'm going to see how well it fits these Kazoo kids and their individual Superthings. Pyong. Let's just take this away quickly and we can work on this. So let's put a little spoiler on, look. Oh, interesting. Does the spoiler have any moulding on it? Yes, it does. Like a little lightning bolts, and this little star as well. You can see there's some villains in the top, which reminds me of how they used to do the Fungus Among Us toys, and they just show little fungi trapped inside and everything. More on this side. But again, there's now on... Oh, there's some on the back side too. But there's none on this side. Ooh, interesting. Of course, it's all like cardboard inside. So basically, we have to pull... Is that meant to be bendy like that? I don't know. Pull this door down, and there's some cardboard on here. It's held in with these little plastic clips here. So we've just got to undo them like that. Here's the first cardboard piece. I think they took the checklist art for Count Delabra, I think that is, and I think that's slow down in the back there. But I think this, I don't know what his name is, but Deuce, I think it is his name. That's new, so that's completely cleared off. Also, notice how there's like a little keyhole. Okay, so I assume we have to open this again, and we have to take these out somehow. Oh, this is like really, this is like a really snug fit. It's really hard to take out. So, in case there was a jump cut there, which there definitely was, because otherwise this video would be 20 minutes so far according to my camera. In case you missed it, which you would have done, but what's just happened is I've just gotten the bit of cardboard out from inside of this little cage, and it was very, very difficult to do. I had to resort to using a pencil to kind of poking. It was kind of stuck inside. I think the top half was stuck on this somehow, and I couldn't figure out how to get it out, so I had to kind of get a pencil to nudge it out of position, and that worked. So after all of that, here's how it looks. It's got a load of new artwork on, but noticeably there's a load of checklist artwork. The point is there's still some I think this, and this are all oh, and of course I can't forget about him. They're all new or different artwork, which I do like seeing, but it was packaged up like this inside, top half. Notice how this side doesn't have anything on, awkward. So this can go live in the cardboard box, which is literally just a plastic box with loads of cardboard in it. So now, as I said, I'm going to see if this thing can hold all of the Kazoo kids. Because it's the only place I could really store them. Okay. Oh no, that's just come out again. Of course it has. Sing it. Oh, actually, I will have to take this out because otherwise, how am I supposed to close this side up? First up, pressure. Is this even going to work? Who the bloody hell knows? Treasure. Ah, wait, is this going to work? I don't know. Kid Kazoom. Sour bet. If you're not seeing it, if this is a bit wonky looking to you, apologies in advance. This is Airblast, I think. Yeah. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Kid Fury. Nah, it's not gonna work. It's all full. Damn it. Yeah, which means that series pretty much busted. Which means annoyingly I have to find another place to put those Kazoo kids, and there's nothing I can. I've got to think of something. I've got to think of a storage solution for that. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't hold any of the Kazoo kids with this, which is infinitely more annoying than it sounds. I can't even fit multi in. Gonna have to take her accessory out. No, actually, I'm not gonna have to do that because if I can find another way to store them, that'll be easy to do. Yeah, so that was this video done. A bit longer than I expected, thanks to some bloody cardboard out of all things on this planet. So basically, that's it. And the next video, like I said, the next video is going to be start of. Move aside, you lots. The next video is going to be the start of these action packs, which is where we get started on the main Kazoo Power mission stuff. And that's when we also bring the checklist into it. Notice how Professor K is already crossed off, because I already have him. So of course, next video will be this specific pack with a Bolix in, the gold. So until then, I'm gonna go. Screw my ending joke up. I'm gonna go away.